I didn't see you there. Yo, what's good? It's 6. I'm about to show you hella tips and tricks to make your workflow way faster. Before the video starts, y'all are not subscribed, but y'all are watching. Subscribe button. If it usually takes you like an hour or 2 hours to make a beat from scratch, I'm about to show you how to make a beat from scratch in like 10 minutes. Since this is a workflow tip video, I'm not gonna like explain music theory. I have other videos that explain like music theory if you want to check that out. It's way better. Having a hi-hat and a clap already in your project, like make a template with a hi-hat and a clap already going like that, so whenever you add a sound, you already got a bounce. Like obviously you're gonna change the sample, you're gonna change the clap sound, you're gonna change it, but like it's just to get you going. You're probably already impressed. Fill each 2 steps, you know what I mean? This ain't really a workflow tip, but if you have the wrench on the hi-hat and do this shift knob, it just adds way more swing. So you see how I just got these hi-hats going in the clap. Now I'm just gonna go straight and get an 808. I'm just gonna get the drums going, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna help me finish the beat faster. Just try it out, because a lot of people be doing that and it actually helps. Like when it comes to placements, it's like the beats that people be using are simple, so it's not really that hard. You don't have to try extremely hard. Now if you want to try extremely hard on experimenting and shit, like that's cool too. It's not that serious. It's easy to make patterns like this. You make 2 bars of a pattern, then you duplicate it, and then on the next 2 bars you can just change something, and then duplicate all those 4 bars, and then on the last 4 bars then you can even change something more. So there's always variation, but it's still consistent bounce. Stop going too crazy with the hi-hats. Like it changed up, the pattern isn't consistent, it doesn't have a bounce to it that an artist can actually catch. Because when you're, who am I to tell you to stop? But like, bro, if you want to get placements with artists, it's got to have a rhythm that they can catch. So you know the envelope stuff people be doing with the envelope for the open hats and like 808s, so that whenever you release the note that it just turns off. There's, instead of dragging this like this, like it's already set to this, right? So you have to drag. There's actually an easier way that's slightly faster. If you hold Alt while you do it and just use the mouse scroll wheel, you can do it hella fast like this. Like boom, 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 boom. Be hella fast. Another thing you could do for workflow tips is make presets inside of plugins. So for Echo Boy, I got this preset called Vocal Echo. I got another one for hi-hats, delay. It's just good for your workflow, so you don't have to like customize what you want every single time. Another thing that's good for workflow is this free kit I'm about to drop. It's called Synth World. I got like 34 accents. I got some bass in here. I got MIDI for 808s. I got MIDI for accent snares, MIDI for hi-hats, a bunch of hi-hat ones that are on fire. I only got like 3 rolls, but you know, like snare rolls. And then I got over 100 phrases. Like that's a lot, and it's all royalty free. I also have a portal bank in here. Right here, the artwork is crazy. I got like 32 presets, I think, and they're all like hella unique. I literally only use my own presets now. And then yeah, that's the whole kit. Here, I'll preview some sounds. All sounds are recorded on that synth right there, the Mini Freak. So if you want the kit, I'm gonna have a link in the description for the free download, and then I'm gonna have another link where if you want to pay for it, you know what I mean, you can. And as you see, when I dragged it in, it automatically is on BPM. They're all like that, time stretch, everything. This is another workflow tip right here. If you right click here and press merge clips, it merges all the audio together. You don't have to like consolidate it, then delete that ghost channel track that it creates. It's just extra work. Yeah, just press merge clips when you want to consolidate audio. When you're consolidating MIDI, you have to actually do the consolidate tracks, all that. Another thing you could do is create yourself a master preset. If you right click any mixer channel, you're able to see like mixer presets I have a lot. Let me know in the comment section if I should bundle all these up into a pack. I'll just drop it for free. I'll make it the same to where you can pay for it if you want to. Yeah, just let me know if you want all these presets. I have so many. So even for recording this video, look, I have my mic right here. File. I have one for even my talking. It's called talk. But then if you scroll down, look, I have ones for FX. If you want to put effects on like a MIDI, if you want to put effects on anything, any audio at all, just make it like flipped, sound different. Trash. All right, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna keep this beat simple, and I'm just gonna show you what I would do to arrange this. So go to your pattern with the drums, or in whatever MIDI you got. Go to split by channel by right-clicking the pattern, split by channel. Delete all this stuff. This is just all the layers and drums on top of each other. Just delete it. You can organize it like this. Put the instruments at the bottom or whatever. And then put the drums all together at the top. And then you can click the first one, hold Shift, highlight the bottom one. Whatever group you want to select. So I selected the drums. Then I'm gonna select the instruments and drag them in. And now what I could do is put all these layers together like this. I like to sometimes separate the drums and the instruments by one layer, just because it makes it easier to know which are which. So now you're gonna click Control A and press B 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That depends on how you want to structure. You could go one more, then delete this, and then also delete the drums right here, and then make this like the pre-chorus, or like have like a hi-hats and clap build up. For this beat, I'm just gonna make it go straight from the intro right into the chorus, which is 16 bars, and the verse is 16 bars. Delete the open hat on the first part. Or you can even do open hat on the chorus, no open hat on the verse, but I'm gonna just do this for now. All right, so for the intro, you could just have it really simple and have, I don't know, just one layer playing. Maybe the hi-hats and snare. You can even have the intro be 4 bars. For the verse, you could take one of the main instruments. You could just pitch it down, maybe reverse it. Once you have the intro and the chorus and the verse all structured out, you can press Control A, Control V, and then maybe one more time. Check how long it is. This is only 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's perfect. If it comes out to be like 4 minutes, just cut out the last verse, or you can keep it. That's up to you. But I like to go to the second verse and just change how it comes in. Yeah, that's better. This is a major workflow tip right here. I see a lot of people routing their drums to the mixer channel, and like I do that sometimes for hi-hats, but like, what are you gonna put on your drums? The only reason why people be putting their drums on the mixer channels is to level them in the mixer channel. But I'm about to show you a way faster way to just complete a beat without having to spend so much time on mixing. Once you have everything, your whole beat's done, go to tools up here, click macros, purge unused audio clips. Do you see how I had so many audio clips and then just cleaned up? It only keeps what's on your beat. Now you have a clean project. Now go to your drum rack, click all, select all your instruments. So click an instrument, highlight on the drum rack, right? Start to right click the next one, so that because if you just left click all of them, it's just gonna swap. So you have to left click, then you right click to select all of them like this. Some of them are already on mixer channel, so I'm not gonna do that. Then you can press Control L to link them to the mixer channel. I'm gonna move my voice over. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold Control and then start where the mixer channel start, left click, drag them all the way over to highlight them all. Then I'm gonna go down here to where it says send, the sends and stuff. I right click a open free channel track with nothing linked to it, nothing on it, and I press route to this track only. Now if you see all of them are linked to this one channel, all you're gonna do, right click, you're gonna have a saved preset with a low cut EQ on it, just like this, at like 150. Just have it on a high pass. But yeah, and then you're gonna want to right click the mixer channel. Once you have this preset ready, you're gonna want to right click here, press file, and then save mixer channel, or save mixer track state as, and then name it low cut, so you can do that every time. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off so I don't hear any melodies, I just hear the drums, right? Now I'm gonna level the drums to where the drums are all properly leveled with each other. You can just mix them right in the volume. You don't, like, unless you're gonna put effects on something, you don't need to link it. For the people that are always linking their 808, putting effects on the 808, like, you don't need to do that, like, at all. You're honestly ruining the 808 low key, unless you're doing something that's creative. But like, all you need to do is just boost it a little bit, EQ in these effects right here. Low-key, it's already leveled how I want it, because when I was making the beat, I was already leveling it. And that's another thing to do. While you're making the beat, level it so that it's faster. You know what I mean? You don't have to like spend extra time doing it. But anyway, now that you have your drums leveled, you're gonna turn the melody bus back on. That's what this is. It's the bus for all the instruments. And then you're gonna find the right level in comparison to the drums, so that your melody isn't too loud, it's not too quiet, it's perfect. You just find the right sweet spot. So don't be scared. Don't just do little tiny increments. Oh yeah, that's good. No, it's not good. You don't know how to find the sweet spot if you do that, because if you do that, you don't know what sounds good or not, because you didn't test it. You got to go all the way up, all the way down, find the very sweet spot. That's what mixing engineers do. All right, I finished the beat, but I'm gonna show a couple more workflow tips. Here's a list of some shortcuts that could help you. Let's say you want to copy a MIDI pattern onto another MIDI. You can just highlight the drum rack right here, press Control C, then go to another sound, and then press Control V. As you see, it copy and paste. You don't need to like click into the pattern, copy it, then go to the other pattern and paste it. You can just do it right in here. Another thing you could also do is, if you want to delete stuff in a MIDI channel, you can press Control X. See how I delete everything? Another thing you definitely should do is go to your options and then file settings. Have your very frequently backup auto saves on, just in case your FL crashes. My FL crashes literally so much. It's crashed like 3 times during this video. Also, if you aren't saving your drums, like your midis, you can reuse those. You know what I mean? Like if they're good enough to reuse, because if you're first starting out, they're not good enough to reuse. Just keep making new ones so you keep getting better. But like once you get to the level where it's like, okay, these are actually good, I can reuse these. Save your midis, like 808 midis, hi-hat midis, so that whenever you're making a beat, you have a bunch of options. Like you could just drag in an idea and then change it a little bit. It's not like you're copying the beat, you're just getting some MIDI, because you could combine a bunch of different MIDI together that was never used in that way and just change it a little bit, and now you got a beat and it was fast. Like, so just use MIDI, save MIDIs, kind of like how I save accents and I make hits with phrases. It's really good to just save, really like go back in your beats, go through your loops. If you don't make loops, then oh well, but go back to through your loops, or just loops that you've used. Even if you don't use loops, maybe go through loops that you've used. Save sounds that you really like, or certain stems that you really like, and you can go back and then flip those into like whole different ideas, like reverse it, put a bunch of effects on it, chop it up, reverse it again, you know what I mean? Go crazy. But and then it's like that just gave you a whole different sound, but it was easy because you just chop up some audio real quick and now you got some heat. So reusing audio and MIDI is really good for our workflow. And like I showed you before, saving presets. I have so many presets. So if you're not making presets for your mixer channels or even your plugins, like start doing that. It saves you so much time. Also, if you're not like using shortcuts often, you should definitely be using shortcuts often. Like I showed you guys some presets. Like I showed you some shortcuts, but really dive in and like learn them all. I should probably actually make a YouTube video just specifically for FL shortcuts. Another thing could be if you're just not downloading new sounds, like you're not downloading new VSTs, you're not downloading new kits, like this kit's free. Expand your sound selection, and that helps with workflow, because when you're using the same sounds over and again, you kind of get bored and it kind of slows you down a little bit, because you're like, I don't really like this, But when you have new sounds all the time and you're always getting new sounds, you get inspired, and then it just makes you want to make the beat faster or just go crazier. Like it's just facts. I've made over 1,000 beats, so that's just my experience. When I get new sounds, I'm like more hype, and I don't know, I just get faster, I feel like, because I'm like hype and I'm actually into it, versus if I'm bored, I'm just like kind of. Another thing would be if you're not exploring genres and you're kind of just doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, you could do that, but when you explore other genres and you try to make different sounds, it forces you kind of to make it differently, like make your music process different for each genre. I feel like you just learn different things for different genres, like especially for making like Brazilian funk. People be putting the drums on, like the drum samples actually on the track, like not in midis, like on the track, you know what I mean? So every genre is kind of different. Even with EDM, like you put the drum samples the actual playlist. So when you explore genres, you like learn your DAW more. And the biggest thing about workflow is to just flow, not overthink everything that you're doing. I see so many people, like when they're making a beat, they question every single thing. Pick a sound, make a pattern. If you don't like the sound, change it real quick. Put some drums down. It's not that hard. Just don't overthink, just flow. If you don't like the beat at the end, move on, make another one. You're always gonna make another beat. When you just get stuck on overthinking so much stuff, you'll be on that project for 3 days. I've seen it. People work on the same projects for days. I'm like, bro, I made 13 loops in a night before and 13 beats. Like, if you really lock in, you can really lock in and not overthink. That's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on so you don't miss any sauce. Also, drop a comment, let me know what other videos you want me to make, and if this video really helps you, maybe send it to a friend that needs some help, or drop a like to help spread the video around. But anyway, it's been 6. Peace out.